That's the best taco I've had since I've been here.
Mérida, Mexico, the capital of the Yucatán state, nestled between the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico, is a vibrant cultural hub with colonial architecture and a popular base for exploring the region's Mayan heritage. I'm here for a month to discover why this food is so unique to Mexico, rich in history and tradition. The food here is truly unlike anywhere in the world, and I want to find out why.
Okay, you guys know I love to be part of the community and eat what the locals eat, and there's actually a coffee shop that you can order your bread a day ahead and then come pick it up. We're here at NÍTIDO, where I ordered my bread, mi pan campesina, yesterday, and I'm coming to pick it up right now. Buenos días. Solamente recogiendo pa Bridget. Sí, sí. So this might look like just a coffee shop, but they also bake their own bread fresh daily. Their bakery is right next door and then they bring it in here. I can actually smell it along with the roasted coffee. Look at these pastries. That's a whole cinnamon bun with cream cheese, chocolate, and Oreo. And look at this croissant back here. It's massive. This is a pistachio croissant, you guys. Beautiful. Guys, here's the loaf of bread. It's a multi-grain seed, super soft. Fresh baked this morning. I can't wait to try that. So I got my bread. This is actually the bake shop right here next to the coffee shop. And they've got breads ready to go, starting to proof to make all their croissants. They make everything back here. But also, let me show you, walk a little bit further with me. And this is where the actual coffee roaster for the coffee beans that they serve. This is TIERRA de Café. They source their coffee regionally in Mexico. Here they specialize in coffees sourced from Chiapas and Veracruz, and they have several different washes that you can choose from. So it's like a lot of variety of coffee. It's great. It smells like crispy, fresh roasted coffee. I'm at Mercado Santa Ana to try sopa de lima. Markets like this in Mérida and the Yucatán are best for trying traditional Yucatecan dishes. Let's go. Buenos días. Ya sabemos dónde vamos. Gracias. Gracias. This is the one. But you see, like, the stalls are one after the other, so close to each other. But that's all part of the fun. Look at this, they have a whole menu of soups. This is the biggest variety of soup options I've seen since we've been here. So we're doing the sopa de lima today because I haven't had that in Mérida. I'm so excited to try it. It's also a great breakfast dish. Right now it's like 11 a.m., but this Mercado opens at 7 in the morning and is open until midnight every single day. This is not juice, it's agua fresca. It's more of a, I guess you could say, diluted version of juice, so it's very refreshing, and they serve them very cold. And this one is the tamarind. Oh, that's good. Oh, here's the sopa de lima. It's beautiful. Oh, that clear consomme broth, some onions. It looks like, oh, the lima in there, but they also put like a, looks like a ladle of tomato sauce on there and the tortilla chips around. Delicious. So tangy. Shredded turkey, the real thing off the bone. I got a little piece of cartilage and everything. The onions are a little bit crunchy. The broth is so flavorful. Lima here is not the traditional Persian lime that we see in the States. They have their own native variety. It's actually called lima. And it's this smaller lime. It's more floral, more gentler in taste. So the flavor that you're getting in here is not like a very sour sourness. This fragrant floral lime. It's so delicious. Oh, and the tortillas in them. They're still crunchy. I love it so much. Once you stir it and you bring up all the peppers, the onions, the turkey from the bottom of the soup, oh man, so good. Turkey is a very common protein that they eat here in the Yucatan. There's a native turkey species native to the Yucatán Peninsula. So it's something that they've always eaten here. One of the desserts you have to have here are the merengues. You find guys selling them out on the street on these boards, and they'll kind of just stop right where you are and you can buy it right off of their cart. But look how cute these meringues are. That's good. A very traditional meringue, sugar, fluffy egg white, whipped up and baked. It's still fluffy in there. I think I can even scoop it with this crispy outside part. Yum. That's the allure there. You have it really crispy on the outside, and then on the inside, it's still soft and fluffy. Wow. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Tengo lechón, cochinita, relleno negro, tortas, tacos.
Para tres. Sí, sí, sí.
¿Para comer aquí, para llevar?
Para comer aquí, sí. Sí.
Si gusta puede tomar lugar.
Ok. Ay, qué rico, qué suavecito. ¿Cuántas horas toma la cochinita a cocinar? ¿Cuántas horas?
8 o 10.
8 o 10 horas. ¿O se lo dejan sobre noche?
Bajo tierra.
Bajo tierra. Wow. Guys, this is the iconic cochinita pibil. This is the traditional, ancient tradition of slow roasting the pork underground. That's exactly how they do it here, and then they serve it out ready to go for tortas and tacos. ¿Y qué tienes allá?
¿Es el lechón? Puede pasar.
¿Es el lechón? Ah, este está más crujiente. Whoa, this is the roasted pork. You see the difference? How the skin is so crispy and bubbly. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to have both of these. They add a little bit of the chicharrón on top as they put together the sandwich. And the torta goes right into the sauce. Wow, okay. So then they bring it over to the grill and they toast it panini style to get the outside nice and crispy, but the inside is gonna be super soft and wet with the juices of the pork. Qué rico huele.
Relleno negro.
Ooh, wow.
Lo que es el lechón y la cochinita es de puerco, esto es hecho de pavo.
Qué rico, todavía no lo he probado. Ya estoy aquí una semana, pero todavía no lo he probado.
Es el lechón, es directamente con horno de panadería, donde se hacen el pan francés y todo eso.
Okay, ya veo, ya veo. Okay, wow. Okay. Guys, we're at Nuevo San Fernando Taqueria. This place is specializing in cochinita pibil and roasted cochinita. Both suckling pigs, one is slow roasted, the pibil, and one is oven roasted dry, the lechon. So that's what they specialize in. And we're here in the morning. It's like 9 a.m. right now. These lechon establishments typically open super early and they pretty much just sell until they sell out. So this is like breakfast in Mexico.
Este es picante, es chile habanero, tostado al carbón, con limoncito y lo machucan.
Okay.
Y es pura cebolla morada. Y es cebolla con picante, con chile habanero.
Con chile habanero. All right, our plates are here. It takes like 2 minutes. Remember, everything is prepared already. So it's like fast food that's actually been slow food overnight. Más habanero.
Solo chile habanero y cebolla.
Gracias. The spice levels here are through the roof. My mouth is watering because I have the torta of cochinita pibil right in front of me. Just look at the outside of this. The bread, it's a baguette style bread, crispy on the outside, and you can see that juice of the cochinita has saturated into the bread already, but they've toasted the outside still. And then look at that center of the cochinita pibil in there.
Aquí ya está en el horno.
Oh, wow.
Pura brasa de leña.
Sí, sí. ¿Y cuántos de estos venden al día?
2.
2, ok.
Este es el lechón.
Okay.
Y esta es la cochinita.
¿Y el lechón también se
Se tierra.
Cochinita pibil is a slow roasted pork that's cooked underground traditionally with banana leaves, different traditional spices and seasonings, and it's cooked for at least 8 to 10 hours, giving it this extremely soft, tender texture to the pork. Gosh, this is gonna be so good. I've never tasted that combination of flavors on pork. Wow. buttery, slightly tangy, which reminds me, they marinate this pork with sour orange, naranja agria. That's what gives it a little bit of that kick tang, but also adds a gentle sweetness to it. The onions are crispy, but the pork is so soft and feathery. If you can imagine like shredded tuna, shredded pork, but it's like wet and soft at the same time. And the torta bread is so good. That baguette, toasted lightly on the outside, but still super, super soft. It's soggy in the best way. Amazing. Okay, and then they gave us this like series of sauces here, salsas. Very thin habanero with vinegar or lime juice, he said. So I'm actually gonna put this one in there. This looks like it would be perfect in here. And I just want to do a little bit, not to mask the flavor of the cochinita, just to enhance it a little bit. Adds a little bit of a kick and then some vinegariness to it. So good. The pork tastes really fresh, really, really fresh. This is a taco of the lechón asado. This is the other style of pork that they cook here. What's crazy about this, you guys, is that this pork is also cooked underground the traditional way that the cochinita is. But you notice it doesn't have all of the spices and the colors of the cochinita. But I wondered how they get the skin crispy if they're cooking it underground. Turns out the gentleman who operates this place, third generation shopkeeper, told us that they take the pork out after it's been cooking for 8 hours and then put it in the traditional cement ovens to cook it for another 4 hours to get the skin crispy. That's how you get the chicharrón. Isn't that amazing, the time it takes to cook that? They do this every single day. I'm gonna actually get some spice in here, a little bit of the habanero. This one is pickled onion and habaneros. Let's do that. Wow. You would think that chicharrón would be a little bit harder to chew, a little too crisp. Shatters immediately. It's so light and crisp, fluffy, almost like the popcorn of chicharrón. And the lechón is so good. Just as soft as the cochinita, a lot more of a milder flavor. You really taste the pork flavor in that. And then the habanero with the onions, I'm starting to sweat now. That one was really spicy. Last one, we got some of the pavo relleno. This is a traditional dish of the Yucatan. It's slow roasted turkey with recado negro. It's a black marinade paste. This is a turkey breast. They rub the turkey with it and then they slow roast it for hours as well. The rub is made of charring peppers and chilies, other spices, and then they puree it in a blender, and then they make the paste out of that. Isn't that amazing? So you're actually burning something in order to make it taste good. It's awesome. So cool how the flavor of the black paste has no trace of bitter or burnt. It's actually very flavorful. Making a meat that would typically be very dry and kind of tasteless turkey actually have a lot of flavor. So it's excellent. They eat a lot of turkey here. There is a species of turkeys that is endemic to the Yucatán Peninsula. And I can't remember off the top of my head the name of the turkey, but that is one of the main sources of protein here in Yucatan. On Sundays, you have to join the Bici Ruta. It's an open street for bicycles that goes through the main thoroughfares of Mérida, especially Paseo Montejo, where we're on right now. You can rent a bike for a very reasonable price anywhere along Paseo Montejo from 8 a.m. to noon. Gracias. It's a really extensive network of open streets for bicycle riding. So cool. And they even have vendors. All the restaurants are open on the sidewalks if you want to walk it too. Beautiful. Also, there's huge casonas, which are basically like mansions from the colonial period that you'll get to see on Paseo Montejo, absent of any cars in the way. But look at this bus.
Tenemos saborines y tenemos con chamoy, tenemos de tamarindo con chamoy, piña con chamoy y mango con chamoy. Esos pican poquito.
No pican mucho.
Estos son
Pica rico.
dulces. They're called bolis and they are like frozen popsicles. These ones are like the most common. They are sweet and we have like strawberry and blueberry and lemon fruits with chili.
Okay.
They are a little bit spicy but not much.
Okay.
And we have with tamarindo, with pineapple and mango.
Okay, fine.
Exactly.
You sold me on the tamarindo. Okay, I'll do tamarindo.
Yeah, we're
Esta me la
scouts
tomo yo.
and we're trying to gain money for an event that we're going to have. Not like that, but
¿Qué es la experiencia?
that is the body experience, common body experience.
Oh wow, it's really good. It's tamarindo with chamoy, but it's like salty, sour, all the flavors, and a little bit spicy. That's how you end a bike ride, because it is hot. It's so hot out. It's time for a sorbet. This place, El Colón, has been open for over 100 years, and this is sorbet de elote, corn sorbet. As you can see, there's literally corn kernels in it. It's really icy and melting really fast. It's really cold. It's like a corn water, or like a corn extracted milk or water made into the sorbet, and then it's got the corn kernels in it that are boiled, so they're frozen. It's like a little crispy corn kernels. Really interesting taste. I don't say I love it, but I'm not gonna say I don't like it. It's like a sweet corn milk. I'm gonna try Andres's. He got the mango sorbet. Look at the beautiful silky color of that mango. I love how they serve it too in this little cone shape. Really good, sweet mango, not tart mango. This is a lemon. Yeah, that was good. That's my favorite. Like it, love it. This morning we're east of Centro. It's 8 a.m. and we're here to have a classic traditional Yucatecan breakfast. So we're at La Gloria, an iconic place, and we're gonna go get some chichara. Let's go. What they're known for here is their chichara castacan, and it's a mixture of pork belly and different crunchies of the chicharron, of the pork skin, pork rinds. They have limes in the basket, they have different citruses. Looks like they have beans over here. They sell their lard up top, you can see here, from all the makings. They don't waste anything in these places. And then look at these huge pieces of pork skin, so crispy. And she's actually cutting up the castacan right now. This is the pork belly, and it's fried. So you have the meat, the fat, and the skin on top. Oh my God, how interesting. They actually serve it too with beans
and tortillas. You have this huge, almost like wing of crispy, crunchy. This is called la cáscara, and it's aerated pork skin. Look how bubbly and crunchy that is. See what that is. Light, airy, super crunchy. You're recommended to have Coke with your chicharra in the morning. So when in Mérida, I'm gonna go straight in, squeezing lime juice on here because the limes are incredible. And I just want them on everything, every time we eat something. I got some of the pork meat. Fatty, crunchy, so decadent. The pork is cooked well, but it's still tender. And you just have that full mouth experience of the crunchy skin, the fattiness, and then that lemon squeeze on top gives it like a nice tanginess to it. I love it, it's so good. Let's go ahead and make a taco with this. And I'm gonna break this and just crumble it on top. Pickled cabbage, it's got pickled cabbage, radish, a little bit of tomato. Here's the avocado. Look how pretty that lime green color of the avocado is. So fresh. It's really gonna add a cooling element to this big taco, and the tortillas are so flexible that you can pack them in pretty well and still not break the tortilla. Amazing. I can see why you have this for breakfast. Super calorie dense, is gonna get you through the whole day. The avocado is a little bit more has more water content, so it's very nice, vegetal, cold. The pork, it's crispy with the lime juice. The pickled cabbage has a nice zing to it, but also a really nice crunch. This is great, and the tortillas are thin, so they're not heavy. It's really just like a vessel to hold the taco. Everything is juicy. Pork is crispy, the tomato sauce is tangy, the cabbage gives the crunch, avocado makes it creamy, and the beans add the liquid. Perfect taco. And everything is so fresh. Go to any chicharroneria and you're also gonna find blood sausage. This has a lot of pork meat in it mixed in with the blood sausage part. I've never had blood sausage like this before. It's all right, for me. Fatty, there's a lot of pork in there. It's like 90% pork, but it's got a little bit of an irony taste to it, but it is definitely very fatty. They put a lot of the pork lard in there. On the way back home, we came across what's called a tianguis. Pop-up markets open on specific days of the week. This one is open Tuesdays and Fridays.
It's just one of those things. We were walking home from La Gloria, and then you run into a flea market, and not only do they have all kinds of clothing, housewares, but tons of food. Empanadas, look at those. The oil's nice and clean. We were passing by this place called Las Empanadas del Tanguis, and there was a line down and the eating area was full. So when you see that, you definitely gotta stop. So it's actually a non-filled empanada. It's like a reverse empanada. They fry the dough and then they put all the toppings on top. We just got cheese and sour cream. It's like a savory elephant ear. Wow. You can top it with meat, chicken, sauce, cabbage, everything, but we just had the chicharra. So this is this is enough right now. The empanada is very doughy. So good. Really crispy on the outside. There's cheese inside. Okay, the doughs were so thin when they were dropping them in the fryer that I was like, there's no way there's anything in there. But there is the same Edam cheese that's on top, it's inside. So it's super gooey. In Yucatán, in Mexico, there's always an extra layer that you don't know about.
Through a maze of clothing stalls, at the very back of the market is a decades-old taco stand.
This is pork surtido. It's mixed pork. It's got the ears, it's got the meat, fat, onions, habanero salsa, and cilantro. That's the best taco I've had since I've been here. That, the juiciness of the pork, finely chopped, minced almost, amazing. The same size as the onions and the cilantro, incredible. This is just in the back part of the flea market, you guys, on the opposite end of where we found the empanadas. I don't even know how to begin to tell you where it is exactly. You know, I always tell you guys where it is that we go. You just gotta come here and find it for yourself, but it is towards the back along the perimeter. Good morning, guys. I just got done with my workout at this amazing sports park. I'm gonna show you what it looks like in a minute, but while I was in there sweating like crazy, so you'll have to excuse me. I had to wait a few minutes so I can dry off. I spotted this fruit stand over here, so let's go get a smoothie. Hola, ¿cómo estás? There's a SALBUTES stand right on the other side of the park. So we figured let's go work out and then we'll go get the SALBUTES afterwards. So I saw this, it kind of intercepted the SALBUTES. Muchas gracias. I got the Tutti Frutti. The guy told me that it's actually tropical fruits. So that's what the Tutti Frutti is. And it includes protein. Oh, super refreshing. It's a milk-based smoothie with vanilla protein and the tropical fruits. It tastes so nice. When you're here, it's like so hot all the time that like anything fruit, shake, smoothie is like the most welcome surprise every single time. The smoothie is really good. All right, we're coming up to the gate exit right now. The SALBUTES place is right here. All right, guys, so you see how busy it is behind me right now? That's because they're only open from 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. It is strictly a breakfast place, and it's been in operation here for 50 years.
Salbutes are fluffy, deep-fried tortillas topped with any assortment of shredded poultry, boiled eggs, vegetables, and prepared stews. They originate right here in the Yucatán Peninsula in nearby Belize.
So here we have a salbute rojo, which has some potatoes, it has ground beef, cabbage, and then a red sauce. It's got some potatoes on there and boiled egg. They're quite big. They're bigger than like a taco here, and they're pretty heavy. Mmm. Wow. Thick corn tortilla, not crispy, but quite dense. A ground beef tomato sauce with onions and potatoes. It's very tomatoey, very nice tomato flavor. And then the egg kind of gives it like a little bit more of this protein component. They use a lot of egg here in Mérida and the Yucatán. Boiled egg, fried egg. So this one has the boiled egg, which I love. And then the cabbage gives it a nice crunch freshness. Very tasty, a little bit messy to eat because the juices of the sauce are seeping into the tortilla. Mmm. Super hearty.
Mérida's nightlife is on par with any city I've been to. Dzalbay in Centro has live jazz every night. Their cocktails are strong, and that charcuterie board is quite generous. Live music of all kinds can be found at night throughout the city. On Saturday nights, El Remate has dance performances from different regions of Mexico. Did I mention the bakeries in Mérida? The sheer density of quality bake shops is hard to overstate. A typical morning at Soco in Centro will feature locally roasted brews, French pastries like this crispy almond croissant, and fresh baked loaves to go.
Sundays in Mérida are special. There are always events, always goings-on. But Sundays, it starts early. Right now, we're in Plaza Grande. You have food stalls, you have craft makers, you have shows, traditional Yucatecan dance shows. Let's go see what's going on here right now. I can see that there's marquesitas. It's raining a little bit, but it's so hot that this is actually a welcome cooling off moment. So I don't even have my umbrella on because the raindrops feel so good, and it's really just a light sprinkle. But look at this. They have all these blue tents. This is all put up by the city. And then local craftspeople, vendors come and they sell their stuff. And look how beautiful. Just take a look at this. Just this view right here into the park. You have the center plaza. You have these little chairs. It's just so beautiful, green and lush. You can see a glimpse of the cathedral over there. Beautiful. Let's keep walking. And it's actually nice because if you want to kind of take in the city on a quieter time, bring yourself some water, hydration, agua fresca, some electrolyte water, and come out here. And it's quieter than it is in the morning and in the evenings. The city's full of these adorable white, like two-person chairs, and I don't know like the full concrete history of this, but it's something along the lines of early Spanish settlers were very conservative, and so they thought of these chairs so that when their daughters would go on dates, they could ensure that they kept their hands to themselves. So, so I guess that was the original intention, but it's actually quite nice to like sit with somebody else and you guys are looking at each other and you can have a conversation. So regardless of what the intention was, they're actually really convenient. I gotta say, there is no better day to have brought you guys out here because the weather is incredible. And now the breeze has kicked up and it's so nice out here. Okay, I think we did a whole loop around the park. Let's go look at the snacks. Because one of the main things that you eat when you're out here in the parks and in the plazas is marquesitas. The locals really love it. So let's go get ourselves a marquesita. You see them all lined up. Ooh, starting to smell that food. Smells good. Hola, buenas. ¿Le puedo pedir una solamente con queso de bola? Queso de bola, that's the Edam cheese, the big Dutch Gouda cheese that they eat everywhere here. And it's kind of like a crispier crepe. And they put it in between these two hot plates and then they cook it. Then he flips it and he'll open it.
Edam cheese has been popular in the Yucatan since the 19th century. Dutch ships trading for agave fiber called eniquen brought Dutch cheeses which became revered by Yucatecos.
Gracias. So everybody adds a little bit of their own touch. He added a little pirouette with the chocolate because I asked for it just with cheese. This is the traditional marquesita. Then they've evolved to the cheese with Nutella, but I just want to try the cheese on its own. I've had the Nutella one with cheese. It's actually pretty good, but let's just try the plain one today. So crunchy. It's very much this dry, salty Edam cheese, and they grate it nicely, so it's really, really fun to eat. It's like a crispy cheese stick. And as you can see, you need to eat it outside. More marquesita stands come out at night when they close more streets, and they assemble on the side streets around the plaza too. And they'll be saying, marquesitas, marquesitas, so that you know that they're sending out their calls, so you know that they're selling marquesitas. There's corn. Here they have all of the tortillas. Gracias, gracias. A lo mejor regresamos. Gracias.
Tenemos topes, panuchos.
Gracias, por ahora no, gracias. Wow, they really have a lot to choose from. They set up full kitchens out here. It's wild how this is all totally cleaned out by the next day. Look at these plantain chips. We gotta get some of those. Buenas tardes. Okay, so they always have some condiments, guys, that you can put on your stuff. This is a chile habanero. Let's throw some of that on there. And some Valentina. Oh, they look so crispy. Fresh and crispy. They have the fryer right here. They're doing them right here on site. So good. And when it's hot and you're sweating, it's just like, this is what you need. Let's not make it complicated, guys. Okay, we're gonna go based on the lady's recommendation to get some panuchos over here. Okay, so we just grabbed a seat at this Loncheria here. It's called La Familia Yucatecos. Here next to us, she's making empanadas, and some of them are filled with Oaxaca cheese, some of them are filled with meat. Oh, those look like they're like a chive leaf, yeah. Lo huelo de aquí, huele rico, sí, sí. Fresquecito.
Panuchos are tortillas filled with beans before being deep fried for crispiness. So basically a salbute stuffed with beans.
I ordered it with the Cochinita Pibil with some pickled onion on top. I'm gonna go ahead and put some lime juice on it and a touch of the habanero. Wow, it's really hot. Wow. That's the best panucho I've had. The tortilla is so crispy. The cochinita is so flavorful. You can taste that recado rojo. The onion is nice and vinegary, but mostly the tortilla, being the largest quantity of the dish, is so crispy and it tastes so nice. I love that crunch. And then the stuffing with the beans is actually very, very thin, but you can still taste it in there. I'm gonna gobble this whole thing down. This is so good. And I have to say, I love the refried beans inside of the tortilla. This adds another level. That's the best panucho I've had. Now I see the hype of the panucho. This is a corn tamal wrapped and cooked inside of the banana leaf. This tamal is called tamal colado, which means like strained tamale, because the cornmeal is very fine and it's actually strained to make it a very fine mixture. But look how moist it is. You can already see that nice tomato sauce on there. Oh wow. Yes. It's very soft. It's almost like a very smooth, soft corn pudding. Lots of flavor, almost like a chicken broth taste to it. And this up here is like some peppers and tomato sauce put on top. I want to put a little bit of the habanero. This is the better of the tamal that I've had. I want to cut into the middle. Oh, here is the meat. It's actually on top instead of inside of the tamal. Look at all that meat. Yeah, so good. And I'm pretty sure this is chicken.
We started this going on 6 years ago. We really wanted to create a space that had a good product and special, sourdough breads and pastries, and that was kind of a space for community. We got really good bakers who came in and were trained under a Spanish baker who came in for about a week, taught them everything he knew, and that was really all it took. And we have stone ovens that we brought in from Italy. All of our flour we bring in so that we can preserve, you know, the quality of our product. We also roast our coffee nowadays, so Veracruz and Chiapas primarily is where we get our coffee. And yeah, we love what we do. This used to be an old home. We've kind of preserved as much as we could of it. So the facade is the original facade. When you walk into the property, you see these doors that we suspended on the roofs, and those were the doors of the original home. We love what we do. We're very lucky that we get to work with the team that we have. We have an all-female team right now, and we're very, very thankful to everyone who's part of, you know, this project.
A good croissant, there's nothing like it. Look how flaky this is. The crust on the outside just shatters right away. Oof. Let me show you guys the cross section of this in here. Really beautiful. Amazing. Pure air, followed by a lovely dense chew. It has such a nice structure to it. You can taste the quality of butter in here. It's a New Zealand butter that they're using in here in the bake shop. The flour is sourced from Southern California. They use a special blend that they only do here in their shop, and you can really taste that quality in here. The croissant is buttery, but not too heavy. You can hear that crunch. Wow. This is one of the best croissants I've ever had outside of Paris. Look at the bottom on there. The layering, all the layers of dough. I still taste the butter on my palate. It's so good. All right, the next one I had to try, I cannot leave here without trying this. It is plantain wrapped in puff pastry. There might be a cream inside here too, but on the top, it's topped with nuts and then a caramel toffee. Let's cut it open down the middle just to see what that looks like. I'm so intrigued by it being a savory plantain, and then it's gonna be here in this sweet pastry. Look at the banana. So the banana was like sliced down the middle, long ways, and then wrapped, enveloped inside of the pastry here. Whoa. That's so different from any pastry I've had before. The flaky laminated dough with the banana plantain in there. It's soft. I love caramels and toffees that are a little bit darker in color, kind of cooked until you get that real richness of the cooked sugar. Perfectly achieved by Maru and her team. This morning we're at Mercado Santiago. This is another market nestled in the middle of a neighborhood. This is the Santiago neighborhood, so it's Mercado de Santiago. There's food, there's produce, all kinds of things you would need. So we're gonna get some food this morning. Let's go check it out. Hola, buenos días. It's 8 a.m. right now and it's just opening up, but it's already busy. Whoa, look at this. This is the queso de bola, chile relleno. Turkey, they've got everything on display already. Gracias, gracias. Let's do a little walkthrough of the produce section. Look how pretty they have it. Everything is in season. They have everything set up so you can eat and shop for your groceries. I've actually shopped here once already, and it's a great option if you don't want to go to the huge Lucas de Galvez market. This is a little microcosm of that. You can get pretty much everything you need here as well. This is a little tortilla corner. Look at the masa right here that they've already made this morning, and then they'll go ahead and make the tortillas out of that. And then they have the big machine in there where they grind all of the corn. We're at this market today because there's still a few classic Yucatecan dishes that we have not gotten to yet in this video, and I brought you here because I know that these places are hyper local and they specialize in many of those dishes that we have yet to try. Muchas gracias. Oh my God. This looks incredible. You guys, look at this. This ball of cheese with the broth around it and the tomato sauce. This is one of like the better looking ones I've seen. There's so much juice. This broth on the outside is a turkey gravy that they make. And then they serve it to you with the gravy, and the ball of cheese just totally melts and it's so soft. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. It's ground turkey. It is so juicy. And it's called queso de bola. So it's that Edam cheese, but it's just the exterior, almost like the husk if you emptied out the cheese ball, right? And that's what they stuff with turkey and cook it like a stew. So the cheese on the outside is like this rubbery, chewy cheese. So good because you can really taste it and it still holds its shape even though it's pretty much melted. This gravy on here. This is a turkey gravy and it's the most delicious gravy I've ever had in my life. It's a concentrated turkey broth flavor. Oh my God, that's amazing. This is amazing, you guys. Okay, here is the relleno negro. The turkey, the boiled egg in this dark, dark sauce, almost black. You can see the thickness. Wow. Honestly, I don't know how this gets any better. The broth is so flavorful. It's got spices. This black broth is made by charring peppers and spices and then grinding them into a powder and then creating a recado, which is a black paste. So I can taste that turkey stock in here. That is really like the focal point in the flavor profile, and create this incredible sauce where they then put shredded roast turkey in there. This is phenomenal, you guys. Oh man, it's so good. The juiciness is overwhelming. Wow. Well, let's cut into this egg. Please, please, please don't spill on my shirt. Yes, success. Woo, that is a perfectly boiled egg. Boiled eggs are one of my favorite all-time foods. And here in the Yucatan, they serve it in so many dishes. I love that. These two dishes are totally unforgettable. I'm never gonna forget having these dishes. This is amazing. Oh, it smells so good in here. This is high time right now. All right, so we're at Taqueria La Lupita. This place is actually renowned. They've like been on Netflix and stuff. So let's try something from here. Gracias. Ooh, it's so hot. All right, guys, here is the volcán. Wow, it is extremely hot. I'm gonna have to let this sit for a few minutes. It's boiling right out of the fryer. So basically it's this corn fritter filled with roast pork, the lechón asado. It smells fantastic. Woo! Wow, this exterior fritter is really hard. It's like almost like a cracker. But look at the pork with a little bit of the cáscara, the crispy skin on top, some onion. It also looks like the corn dough has been infused with maybe some spices or something in there. You see how it's got those specklings? The pork is really good. The tortilla fritter is really hard. So it's like two very thick, it's almost like rocks, to be honest. But the lechon is phenomenal. The filling, this pork filling is incredible. The corn dough fritters kind of taste like two very, very thick tortilla chips. But this lechon filling with the onions is super juicy. You can see all the juice from the lechon is dripping out from the other side. The lechon is incredible. I see why they've gotten so much attention. All right, guys, so I'm pretty full. Muchas gracias. But we were on our way out and I realized we were passing by La Reina Itzalana. This is actually the first restaurant we came to when we arrived in Mérida 3 weeks ago. And I had a dish here that literally changed my life and the way that I think about Mexican cuisine. A dish called papazules. So it's tortillas that wrap around boiled egg. And the sauce on top is actually made from pumpkin seeds. And that is something so unique to the Yucatan, where pumpkin seeds are ground and toasted and used to make sauces here. It's so rich. It's thick. Muchas gracias.
¿Desea popote?
Sí, por favor. Whoa. Oh, this was also the first drink I had. Chaya con piña. The chaya spinach with pineapple. I just love how you can order it in a liter size like this. Absolutely thirst quenching. I love this so much. It's so fresh, so green, tastes so healthy and nutritious. Back to these papazules. This pepita sauce is so rich. It's thick, almost like a potage. And this is a very simple tomato that they put on top to make a contrast, add acidity. Oh, so good. And of course, you know, I have to add a little bit of the picante, just for a little taste. See, at this restaurant, it's also different. This is a red picante. We've had a couple different ones today. And I'm warning you, even if you like spicy food, when you're here, go easy on the picantes because they will not be forgiving if you put too much. This is the agua fresca de papaya. Look at the color on it. It's beautiful. Papaya is all over the place here in the Yucatan. Wow. This one's a lot more creamy in the mouth texture. A little bit more of this like warmer sweetness to it. So good, but still, because it's an agua fresca, it's very, very light and refreshing. Today, I'm at Siquef restaurant in the center of Mérida. This is a Lebanese Yucatecan restaurant. Lebanese people migrated here in the early 1900s and settled in Mexico and the Yucatan and have contributed greatly to the gastronomy of the Yucatan.
The Siquefs were just one of thousands of Lebanese Yucatecan families who impacted Yucatecan culture. Jorge Farid Siquef Febles is recognized as having invented the beloved Mexican breakfast dish, huevos motuleños.
This first dish I have here are the tacos árabes. This is a dish that's eaten all over Mexico and especially the Yucatan. Guys, this is pork right off of the trompo, served with garlic cream and a pita tortilla instead of the traditional corn tortillas that we usually know. But this is it right here, basically the grandfather of tacos al pastor and many taco dishes that we see right now. The pork is tender, well seasoned, marinated. You can tell it's that crispiness it gets from sitting on the trompo as it cooks. The main difference here is the pita bread that it's wrapped around, but it's very thin like a flour tortilla, but it's very much pita. You can taste it, you can feel the floweriness. All right, guys, and these are the huevos motuleños, the iconic huevos motuleños invented by Jorge Siquef, the founder of this restaurant in nearby Motul, where they opened their first restaurant originally. The eggs are warm, the tomato is hot, they're soft. The refritos in there give such a nice starchiness to it. And then you have the plátanos that are lightly sweetened. They're still quite firm. They're not very, very soft or too sweet. And then it's also got these little chunks of ham in here. So good, so good. Another thing that the Lebanese brought with them are kiwis. That's right, kiwis. Where else do you hear that? Here in the heart of the Yucatan, people love these fritters. And especially if you're out over in by Lucas de Galvez Mercado, you'll see people selling them all around the market in these little boxes, and they're so delicious. This kiwi is made with beef too. I love this so much. It's got a perfect mixture of the grains that make it crunchy, the beef that gives it such an unctuous, lovely flavor, and all of the Middle Eastern seasonings. Oh, that's another ingredient in here, mint, and it just makes it so refreshing, as well as meaty, flavorful, warm spices, everything. And I have to say, like, probably the best part of the huevos motuleños, it's a great dish, but the addition of the sweet plantains really makes it, because it's such a savory dish and it's a heavy dish. The plantains brings a level of contrast to it that's not acidic or anything. It's just a very smooth sweetness to it. I love this. We're down to the last taco árabe, so I want to make sure that I make this one count. This has been so delicious, guys. What a breakfast. So I went ahead, I put some of that chipotle salsa. Now we're doing some of the crema de ajo. Here's some of the fresh onions. Let's really make this last one count. And a little bit of the habanero salsa. Charred habanero with onion. And I know this one's pretty spicy, so I'm gonna take it easy on that. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I'll never forget having these. What's incredible is that this is the original home of the Sique family. This is actually a mansion in the Centro Mérida, and we're sitting in the courtyard, and the other rooms have been turned into dining rooms. Oh, wow. Traditional Turkish coffee, guys. What a surprise. I had no idea that they would also be serving Turkish coffee here. And for dessert, we're having baklava, that flaky phyllo dough. Sitting in that syrupy honey mixture. Buttery, syrupy sweet. The nuts in there are blended with like a mixture of cinnamon and sugar. I really like this because it's actually not as sweet as other baklavas I've had. Like finely chopped coconut. It has a really nice bite to it. Okay, let's have a sip of coffee. I couldn't believe when I saw him walking out with the traditional coffee pot. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is amazing. Oh man. Wow. Chocolatey, warm, or hot, but I mean warm spices. The coffee is hot. Oh man, that's so good. This is honestly one of the best Turkish coffees I've had. It is not bitter at all. Toasty, chocolatey. That's fantastic. I can't believe we finished everything.
Just an hour outside of Mérida lies one of the most important archaeological sites of Mayan culture, Uxmal. We're here with our guide Omar, second-generation master cave diver. He's spent his life exploring this ancient land.
In the footsteps of the Maya. Wow. This is amazing how well preserved it is and how they've restored so much. Wow.
With every step, you feel like you're getting closer to the sky. This site is absolutely incredible, absolutely a must visit when you're here. Get here early, the crowds are really starting to pile up. But aside from the pyramids, the wildlife, the flora and the fauna is once in a lifetime stuff. You gotta see it. But I'm getting kind of hungry and it's perfect timing because we're about to go have a traditional Yucatecan lunch with a local family. I can't wait, let's go. On the way to lunch, Omar brought us to a village with 2 cenotes. These geological spectacles were formed over thousands of years. They're natural water-filled sinkholes that open into a magical subterranean world. Okay, we just got finished up in the cenotes. What an experience. We went to 2 cenotes, a cave cenote and an open air cenote. It was amazing. Now we're on the property where the restaurant is. It's actually a family home that has a restaurant attached to it and they make everything fresh every day.
Esto es bola.
Queso de bola?
Sí.
Ok, ok.
Sabor.
Lo mejor, ¿verdad?
Toda su
Buenas
familia
tardes.
se dedican a hacer lo que
Ok.
es ahora sí que los alimentos, la botana. Pero es un negocio familiar muy bonito.
Yes, sí se ve, se ve.
Si no mal recuerdo, don Fede con su esposa Panchita empezaron en esta casa.
In 2002, Hurricane Isidore swept through the area, causing serious damage to Don Federico's home. He used a government grant to build out a kitchen with his bare hands for his wife, Doña Panchita. Today, hungry visitors, still wet from the village's cenotes, fill Don Federico's patio seeking the authentic flavors of Doña Panchita's cooking before heading back to the city. Mucho gusto. Gracias por tenerlos aquí. Wow. Guys, take a look at the flame that she's cooking, and she's cooking over a wooden flame, making sweet plantains.
Estos son los plátanos.
Los plátanos, ¿son maduros? ¿Son un poquito maduritos?
Sí.
Ok.
Es plátano macho.
Ah, ok, ok. Entonces son un poquito dulce, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
Ok.
Pero no lo usamos tan maduro porque si no carga mucho aceite.
Ah, ya veo. Entonces tiene que estar al punto exacto para que no... They use the plantain and it's ripe, but not overly ripe, so it doesn't absorb too much oil. And the smell of the smoky wood, el olor de ahumado, qué rico
Sí,
está.
porque nosotros mayormente utilizamos leña.
Leña.
Lo que es la estufa mayormente es para algo más ligero. Lo que es el arroz, huevitos, cosas así.
Ya
lo
veo.
que es, por ejemplo, el frijol nosotros lo cocemos en leña porque es muy tardado.
Ah,
es muy tardado.
pero en una cazuela grande, sobre
En
la
una
leña.
olla.
En una olla,
Nosotros
ok.
como
Ah,
esta.
esta, ok.
Aquí ponemos lo que es
Wow,
frijol.
wow,
Para esto no sirve la cazuela.
Sí,
porque
sí.
se humea mucho.
Ujú.
De la gente que ha venido a comer es lo que dice que es muy distinto el pork chuck que preparamos porque es al carbón.
All right, guys, we got some botanas here.
Very, very sweet.
Yeah.
This looks like possibly made with pumpkin.
That is so good.
Potatoes.
Ah, potato. Oh, it's potato. The potatoes are really, really soft, almost like a mashed potato, but still chunky, and they have a little bit of other tomato herbs in there. So good. Let's try some of these. The beans. And they actually strain them and then they puree them to make them nice and smooth. ¿Cómo se llama? Refritos?
Frijoles,
Sí, refritos. Refritos is what they're called.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Room temperature, and they're just so nice and starchy. A great black bean flavor. This is a crumbly cheese that they put on top, kind of like a garnish, but also flavoring. It's called queso sopero.
Pizza, I mean.
Let's try a little bit of red beet. You see a lot of red beet here. They use it in a lot of different things. Boiled, lightly pickled with cilantro. Perfect. I love the panuchos. This is probably my favorite style of tortilla here. And the panuchos are stuffed with black beans, so I'm gonna go in for that first. It's topped with pork chuk. It's a traditional style of eating the pork where it's cut into thin slices, almost like steaks, and then marinated and cooked very thinly. So it's this, and here they're like char grilling it over the wood flame. So I can imagine the flavor is gonna be so good.
but I need to cut it into a smaller piece, more manageable. Okay. Instantly you taste the smoky char flavor. Wow. The pork is so thin, like a very thin steak, and then I just get the aroma of the charcoal with the guacamole, the lime, the onions, everything is so good. And then the crispiness from the fried tortilla. Amazing. Guys, this other one right here is a salbute of Cochinita Pibil with pickled onions. Now, this is the cousin of the panucho. It's the fried tortilla, but it's not filled with the black beans. So it's the tortilla with Cochinita Pibil, the traditional classic pork of the Yucatan, in this wonderful red recado sauce. You can see that beautiful coloring and how shredded finely the pork is. Wow. 1 month. Best Cochinita Pibil I've had the entire time here. Wow, it's so rich in flavor. So much seasoning, the recado, you can taste the smokiness. This cochinita is cooked in a pib underground. The best. Oh my gosh. These are the plátanos that Doña Panchita was making in that cast iron skillet over the wood fire. Let's try it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Look how they're so nice and thin too. So good. Not too sweet. And with a beer, come on now. Here's a classic Yucatecan dish, a delicacy. These are the papazules, and they're tortillas stuffed with boiled egg. It's got an avocado salsa over and a tomato sauce on top. So delicate, the tortilla is incredibly soft. I love boiled eggs. Correction, the green sauce on top of the papazules is made from the pumpkin seeds, the pepitas, frequently used here, but I couldn't even tell. It's so beautiful and bright green. I've never seen pumpkin seed color sauce made like that. That's gorgeous. All right, and here we have an empanada, nice and crispy tortilla exterior, filled with queso de bola, the famous Edam cheese that you find in so many dishes here. Look at that, filled so well with the cheese. It's almost like a tortilla, like a taco on its own, but it's just enclosed in the shape of an empanada.
The beans? Beans, yeah.
The queso de bola is salty, sharp, so with that soft, balanced flavor of the tortilla empanada, so good. Love it. And then the crispy lettuce on top is nice crunch to it. Cuban culture is strong here in Mérida. Tonight, I want to take you to one of my favorite Cuban cantinas.
Less than 300 miles off the shores of the Yucatán Peninsula, the impact of Cuba on Mérida is undeniable. From guayaberas to Cuban cantinas blaring salsa, the Cuban connection in the Yucatán is strong. It caught me completely off guard, and I love it. El Cuarto de Tula plays traditional Cuban music nightly. Their cocktails are phenomenal. Seriously, ask for the Tula cocktail. Oh, and get the prepared olives when you see them on menus. They're prepared in a Worcestershire-based brine. I mean, right up my alley. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey in Mérida. Mérida is known as one of the safest cities in the world, and I really felt that here. People are kind, genuine, and truly want you to enjoy and appreciate their food and culture. I came away from this trip with a whole new perspective on Mexican food. The Yucatán is absolutely its own unique culture and food, and the flavors and methods used to achieve them should be known and appreciated around the world. I cannot wait to get back to Mérida and to explore more of what the Yucatán has to offer. I'll see you all on the next one.